Welcome back to Across the Glass Sea. This is a live play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast, and I am your Dungeon Master, Nathaniel Miller. I am joined here in studio, as always, by...
Ben Gilbreth, playing Tam... Oh, crap. I had a nickname and I lost it. Oh, yeah. Playing Tam Open Book Narcile.
Nice. Do you want to try that again, or do you want to just let the...
I'm just going to let it ride, I think.
All right,
I'm
there
just
you
going to
go.
let
There you go,
that little... He's an open book, and so am I.
Ooh, nice.
And also I can edit out later if I want to.
Here we go.
We're also joined by...
Michael Mazul playing Lichen I Ethalamule. I should start coming up with different words for I.
Well, and I think we've talked before, I have that it's got to be ichthy something because that's fish related, but I'm pretty sure that that's not going to be where it comes from.
Nice.
But that is my headcanon, that it's ichthy ethalamule.
Cool. Well, let's get a recap. Last time in Tyroa, Tam and Lichen continued your search in the fallen city beneath Hermida for Admiral Lucia Cassian. After you guys discovered a body that was wearing the uniform of an Admiralty sailor, you came across some sort of clockwork monster. You fought it as it attacked you. There was a painful battle with this abomination, but you were able to triumph over it, even though some of you were pretty badly hurt.
Some of us went unconscious.
Ooh. True. Yes, it's very dangerous. Nevertheless, you were able to open the door to an ancient dwarven machinist's workshop where you found Admiral Cassian and her party. You delivered the message from the ambassador to her, which turned out to be the passcode to activate a ring of command that controls a segment of automaton soldiers, though you do not know where those soldiers lie. As you discussed making an alliance, a voice called out from the hallway outside. It seemed that someone had found you. Find out now how our party fares against these new challenges across the Glass Sea.
New challenges. Also, I had no idea what was in the amulet message. Codes, not on the list. That's you have consistently left-fielded me. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna be that. Nope, not even close.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Just to recap. The message was not just, the ambassador reading a string of numbers. It seems that this was the fulfillment of some kind of agreement that they had already reached. I have the ring. Somehow the ambassador got the code, the activation code, and the idea was that they would meet up and share it to keep it out of the hands of the Silver Fleet. That has not gone according to plan.
It would seem not.
And now you hear voices outside of this chamber, and the guard standing by the door kind of ducks inside and says, "There's about 7 or 8 of them out there. They seem to be bounty hunters."
Well, that's better than regular soldiers, I guess. I'm really grasping at straws here.
7 or 8. You got it in you. I can dig deep.
I think at this point we have to have it in us.
Is it worth trying to talk at first, or we just...
I look at Lichen. Tam looks back and forth between Lichen and the Admiral. I mean, there's more than 8 of us. Well, there's about 8 of us, isn't there?
There's the 3 of you guys, and then 2 more at full capacity.
Right.
So
There's 7 of us and 8 of them.
yeah.
Not bad odds.
We can try. Do you want to talk to them first?
They're bounty hunters. They just care about gold.
We could tell them where the cauldron is.
Let's just go talk. Let's see what happens. And
Cool. You guys slowly walk out. You see 8 motley-looking, ragged fellows, mostly humans, a halfling here, an orc there. They just look to be pirate, bounty hunter, scum, thug, bandit types, clad in various leathers and, wielding a assortment of serrated and or sharp objects.
A serrated ball.
Yeah. Yes. One of them has a serrated ball on a length of rope that he's kind of swinging around, and you're like, I don't know what he's going to do with that, but he's holding it menacingly.
Menacingly.
One of them steps forward and says, "Well, it seems that she has some backup, but we've still got you surrounded. Leave her, come quietly with us, and we'll let the 2 of you go. Or those of you that are not going to stand by the Admiral's side."
What is the Admiral and her men doing? Or did they come out?
They came out with you guys. They have swords drawn.
I think Tam just waits for something else to happen. I'm prepared for whatever happens.
She's going to say, you don't have to do this. I have gold. I can pay you off if that's what you want. Let us go, or better yet, escort us out and there will be a reward for you. And the bounty hunter leader thinks for a second, and he says, that's an all right offer, but better a bird in the hand than two in the bush. The notice didn't say anything about bringing you in alive neither. And they ready their weapons, and it'll be initiative.
Here we go again. Ooh, much worse this time. 5.
Okay.
15.
There we go.
Yeah, hopefully it's high enough.
I remember that barbarian panic of I don't have my rage up yet. This is how normal people feel.
Well, and I've used it.
You've used both of them?
I've used both of them
no.
at some point. Did I use one with the rats?
I didn't think you, because I think I was listening back and it was not worth a rage.
Burgen also got a 5.
Did we find anything else since we've? Have we long rested since the slogs, or have we
Yes.
just short rested?
We
You
did?
long rested
We
after
did
the
long
slugs,
rest?
I think.
I thought we just short rested.
Maybe you just
I
short
thought we
rested.
just short rested.
I think
as
it's
well.
just a short rest. I don't think we've
I
long
think so
rested.
as well.
Because I haven't changed my
In the
spells.
dungeon?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't long rested in the dungeon.
All right. Well,
Do I get anything back on the rest?
You should get all your warlock stuff back.
yeah. Yeah, your warlock spell slots come back on a short rest.
Oh, do they really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, warlock
okay.
everything. That's the
That's the nice thing about
that's
warlock.
the nice thing. The nice thing about
That's
warlocks
helpful.
is
They start moving towards you guys. There are 7 kind of shrimpy-looking guys. The guy who's been doing the talking looks a little bit tougher. Lichen, you are top of the order.
I'm top of the order. Okay. Rage definitely doesn't come back on a short rest, right?
nope.
Okay, cool. Can we sit now? All right, bonus action. My last Tentacles of the Deep pops up behind one of the weaker looking ones, whichever one I can assume is the weakest.
Yes.
So that's a bonus action.
Do you get to attack with it?
Yes.
Okay,
It,
cool.
it works low key like a weaker,
Like a
spiritual,
spiritual
weapon.
weapon,
almost,
yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Yes, you guys all see this crab claw sprout from the ground and swipe at these guys. The Admiral goes, "Ah, what is that?"
Tam just goes, "It's all right. I think that's under Lycan's control."
Oh, okay.
It's 14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Gosh.
These guys are not particularly well armored. They are kind of just your basic thugs.
5 damage.
5. Okay.
5. Oh, cold, and also I always forget about this. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Cool. Yeah. So you see this crab claw just reach out of the ground and cut deep into the upper thigh of one of the guys, and he screams out in pain. It's their turn now. So
That was a bonus action.
that was a bonus action.
Yes.
It's your turn.
And then I will
Excuse you?
sprint forward and attack the same one that my tentacle just attacked. And yeah, don't got a rage, so come on. 7.
Oh, at least it wasn't a
You
1.
still have a dive bardic inspiration.
Sure, why not? Why not? Let's see what happens. 1.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
It's it.
Unfortunately. It's their turn now, so they're going to rush forward. One of them's going to go and attack the Admiral. That's going to miss.
Yay.
Another one's going to go attack one of her other guards. That one is going to hit, so he will roll. That'll be 4 damage against one of her fellow sailor guys, and then the captain is going to run up against Lichen, and he'll make 3 attacks. He's dual wielding. He has a scimitar in one hand and a dagger in the other. So that's a nat 1.
Yes.
And a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
And he misses all 3 attacks.
Woohoo!
So he just runs up to Lichen with a scimitar in one hand and a dagger in the other and just goes and misses every single hit. Another guy is going to come up to
Is he in his battle focus?
Lichen. That's going to miss.
Yes.
2 more guys are going to come to Tam.
No.
Miss and a... What's your AC?
I have my sword and shield out, so it's 18.
He's also going to miss.
Yes!
He rolled a 17.
All right.
And then that just leaves, so that leaves one more to go against Burgen. And that is going to hit. So Burgen's going to take 5 slashing damage. After all that is said and done, it is Admiral Cassian's turn. So she whips out this long rapier, and she's going to go after one of the shrimpy guys right there. So that is going to be, that's definitely going to hit. And she is going to a D8 worth of damage, and she almost has one of them on death's door already.
Right.
So, Tam, your turn.
Tam, that is my turn. I am going to run up to the one that Cassian is working on. Or no, there's 2 on Lichen.
So there's the big guy on Lichen and another guy on Lichen. There's one on Cassian, one on one of her guards, one on Burgen, and there were 2 who came on up to you.
I'm going to do Guiding Bolt on the big one on Lichen.
Perfect.
So that's the boss.
Yes.
Oh, come on. 18.
That hits.
Yes! Oh,
Nice.
so scary.
You see this radiant bolt of energy fly from Tam's fingertips and slam into this guy's chest, and he staggers back.
Wow, 2 2s and 2 3s. So that is 4 plus 10 radiant.
Nice.
And you have the next attack on him has advantage.
It's Burgen's turn. There's a guy who's up in his grill, so he's just going to swing his cleaver, and that is a crit.
Yeah,
There it
Burgen!
is.
So that's 6.
He's back.
Plus
Make mincemeat
another
out
3,
of
that's
him.
9. He just cuts this dude's head clean off with his cleaver, just whoosh, and
Burgen's back.
drops to
and
his-
gonna be in trouble.
Yeah. He falls over, and there's one down. Top of the order, it's Lichen's turn.
Is the one that isn't the head guy on me still? He's the one that I've hit with the claw, right?
Sorry, what?
The one that's on me that isn't like the head guy.
Yes,
He's the one
yes,
that's been
yes.
hit with the claw, right?
Yes.
Okay, bonus action. We're gonna attack with the claw again. That's only a 12 to hit.
That just barely misses.
Okay.
So he is able. He sees the claw coming, or he sees it coming, and he's able to block it with his sword. But if he hadn't blocked it, you definitely would have hit him.
Okay, and then I will attack. Yeah, I'll attack with my glaive, the little guy again. That's only 15 hit.
15. You're attacking the big guy or the,
The
little
big
guy?
guy is who I.
Yeah,
took
you
this
just
one.
barely. He's a little better armored, so he's able to. He takes it on one of his pieces of armor and shrugs it off. It's his turn, so he's
Wait.
gonna.
Oh, you had
I'd have
advantage. You had advantage. Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah.
advantage. Yeah,
Right.
roll that again.
Come on. Oh,
It's 7.
the burying the
Dang.
head of shame. When you said little guy, I was like, oh, okay. Then it's big advantage.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't take
Bummer.
full advantage of that.
So that's gonna miss with the big guy's first attack, and then he takes 2 swipes with his. Those all miss. A 2, a 4, and a 7 on the dice. And he does not get that much of a bump to it. So the guy fighting one of Cassian's guards is going to swing. That's gonna miss. The one who's fighting Cassian is gonna go. That's also gonna miss. Man, these guys have been rolling so bad.
Okay, good.
2 against Tam. One of them's a crit, so that's going to be
Jerk.
6 plus 5. That's 11 plus
Ooh.
1, so 12 slashing damage
Okay.
as he hits you with a scimitar, and then there's still one to go against you, beside the very hurt guy hasn't gone against you.
Okay.
So that's only going to be 14 to hit.
Doesn't
so.
it?
All right, that's their turn, and it is Admiral Cassian's turn. She's going to swing against the guy that she's been fighting with. That's a 2 on the dice. I think that's all that she can do for now. Tam, you're up.
Tam is up. Tam is angry. Tam is going. So I've got one guy on me
There
now.
are 2 guys on.
2 guys on me now. Has one of them been hurt?
No,
No.
both of them are.
I will swing sword at one of them. That was cocked. That's 11. 16? No,
That'll
15.
hit.
15. Excuse me.
That'll hit too.
All right. So I'm gonna attack him. D8 plus 2. Where's my 8s? 8 piercing
Okay,
on
cool.
the first one, and I'm going to use one of my War Priest bonus attacks to do the same
Nice.
thing. 19 on the dice,
Yeah,
so 8, 10,
Yes,
so
you-
18 total.
you swipe at him with the first strike, and he staggers back, holding the wound, and you are able to follow up with the next thrust that just skewers him, and this guy
Yes.
falls to the ground dead. It's Burgen's turn. He's going to run over to the bandit that is facing off against one of the other guards. One of Admiral Cassian's guards. That's a 2 on the dice. Welcome to the 2 crew, Burgen. And that's it for him. So, top of the order, Lichen.
Claw of the Deep, going at that smaller guy still. That's 15 to hit.
That hits.
That's only 3 damage on him.
He is very badly hurt.
Okay.
He looks like freaked out. He's like, what is this thing? What's going on?
And then there's still one person left on Tam, right?
Yes.
How far away are they from me right now?
About 15 feet away.
That's exactly what I needed. I'm going to lightning lure that guy.
Okay.
Ooh. 12 to hit. 12.
Dude.
And you don't have any more bardic, do you?
Because I used it on
Their AC is 13.
Dang it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. It's their turn. So the captain's going to go. He's going to swing his 3 attacks against Lichen again. He hasn't hit you once. Okay, those all 3 might hit you. So one's a crit. One's a 20, not 20.
Woo.
And then a dirty 20 and a 23.
Yep, they all hit.
Good grief. We're about to end up in jail anyway.
That's...
Oh, we've dropped, what, 2 of them? And one's
Yeah.
pretty wounded?
Uh-huh.
Out of the 7. None of us have gone down yet.
Nope. But my hit points equals their gang size right now.
that's 20 slashing damage from all 3 attacks.
Any of it fire?
No, it's all just regular blades. So he's like, you realize he's been going like, and then you see him kind of realize, oh, I'm just like doing my maneuver slightly in the wrong angle, and he like hits you 3 times really fast.
I'm gonna rebuke of the deep, so he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right, that's a nat 20.
Good gravy!
Well, he still takes half.
Yeah, it's not a bad nat 20 to to get.
Oh, and I still rolled both die, not just one.
Ah, that's right.
He will only take 4 since he takes half. I got 8,
Okay.
and it's cold.
Damage be damage. Cool. So there's one on Tam who's gonna go. I'll have that go first. That's gonna be 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Oh, not good.
That's only gonna be 7 slashing damage.
I had exactly 7.
Wow.
So Tam goes bye-bye
Okay. Tam goes down.
again.
I was trying to get him off you.
One's gonna go to Admiral Cassian. That's gonna hit. She takes another 5 damage. One's gonna go against the guard that she's there. That's one of her guards. They're fine. The guy with the crab claw looks like he's thinking about running away, but he sees Tam go down and he's like, no, I can stick this out. And so he swings
sorry.
at Lichen. That one's gonna miss though. So all right, after that it's Admiral Cassian's turn. She is going to swing.
Let her hit something. Oh, she killed one early on.
She very badly wounded one early on.
Oh.
That is not going to hit, unfortunately. So,
Grief.
Tam?
That'd be a death
Time
save.
for a death saving throw.
That's an 8. That's a failure.
Okay. It's Burgen's turn. He is going to come over and engage the one who's standing over Tam. And that's only a 3 on the dice. But he, with his bonus action, is going to cast Healing Word on you. That's 4 hit points. Or no, 5 hit points you get back.
All right.
So you are up. Top of the order, it is Lycan's turn.
Claws attacking the dude since he's weak, hopefully.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
Yes. All right, roll damage.
Come on, big damage. 4.
That's enough. This guy goes down under a flurry of claw blows, and he is down. So there's the captain. There's one on Tam, one on Admiral Cassian, and one on her guard that are left. So there's 4 total left.
4 total, 1 big guy on me. Who's the most wounded looking one?
The one who's facing off with the Admiral is very wounded.
Are they 15 feet from me?
Yep.
Lightning lure him.
Do it. Oh, no.
Uh,
oh, no.
It's only like an 8.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's not going to hit, sadly.
I feel our listeners are deprived of Michael's reactions to his dice. It is
rolling so bad.
It's pretty bad right now. Cool. So the captain's going to go. He's going to swing his scimitars and his dagger. Those will all miss.
Yes.
So that's a I believe a 15, a 12, and a 7.
Yeah, they all miss.
Bunch of inept losers fighting.
All miss. Losers. There's a guy facing off against Burgen. Now, that's a crit on Burgen.
Jeez.
So
Burgen
6.
only rolls stuff with 2s in it.
That's true. That's true.
Well, it's a crit against Burgen.
I was about to say,
So-
but I mean, and well, Nathaniel rolls Burgen, so
I
it's
thought
all
you were
the same.
saying Burgen
Yeah.
just crit on someone.
So that's 11 damage on him. He started to look a little rough. You guys haven't seen Burgen really that hurt before. Then the guy fighting Admiral Cassian, that's going to hit her as well. That is going to be just 3 damage. So she's still looking all right. And then the guy fighting her guard is going to go, and he's going to hit as well. And he's going to take a little bit of damage, but he's hurt, but he's not that hurt. After their turn, it is Admiral Cassian's turn, so she's going to go. And that's a crit.
Yay!
And I don't even need to roll damage because
Okay.
she just annihilates this dude. And she runs over to stand next to Tam.
So there's just the big guy and 2 guys left.
Big guy and 2 little guys. Speaking of, it's Tam's turn.
Tam is just gonna yell, "Thanks again, Burgen!" And I'm just gonna cast spiritual weapon from the ground.
Okay.
So the captain and one of the guys is on Lichen, and the other guy is left on me.
No, so
just
there's
the captain's on
So
you now.
just the captain's on him. There's one guy who was on you, but now Burgen's kind of engaging him. And then there's a guy who's fighting one of Admiral Cassian's sailors.
All right, I'm going after the spiritual weapon. Comes up as the serrated ball
Nice.
weapon, the same as one of the guys had, and it's going after the one that's on Burgen. Does a 12?
12 does not hit.
Dang it!
A 15 would have hit.
Because I can't do math. That was my bonus action. I'm just gonna stand up and attack the same guy
Cool.
with my sword. 11, 15?
That hits.
15 does hit. Okay. 8, 6, 8 piercing to that guy.
All right. He immediately looks very hurt.
I'm gonna use another one of my. Nope, already used my bonus action. Never mind.
Now it's Burgen's turn, so he is going to try to seal the deal, finish the job, and he is going to. So he takes down the guy that you just hit, and kind of, as his attention had been distracted to you, Burgen just comes in and just and gets him right in the neck with his cleaver.
One small guy and the big guy.
Yes, one small guy and the big guy. Top of the order, it's Lichen.
Claw's going to go at the big guy because he's right up on me. 9.
That's going to miss.
You're rolling so
I
bad.
know, man. Where's the small guy? And is he injured at all?
Is not hurt at all, and he is facing off against one of Admiral Cassian's sailors.
This is peon on peon,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Although the bounty hunter's getting the better of the exchange.
Is he 15 feet from me?
Everyone's kind of around.
Sure. I'll lightning lure him. It's got to work eventually. Come on.
that. Yeah. Yes. Lure him with the lightning.
Dirty 20.
There
Yes,
it
that
is.
should
There
work.
it
That
is.
hits. Describe for us what happens.
So Lichen throws his glaive to just one hand. He usually uses both hands with it while he's fighting. And he goes in the motion of a whip, like around the body of the guy. For those of you who play disc golf, similar to the flick
Okay, yeah,
style.
Yep.
And like right where it gets to where the whip would be coming back, you see a string of lightning
Nice.
just crackle out from his hand. Wraps around the guy, and it does 8 damage.
Yes.
And then he is ripped 10 feet straight to me.
you guys see him go, and he gets pulled back, almost like a cartoon, like his limbs all fly forward and he gets yanked, and he immediately is looking very, very hurt. So
that was action, bonus action. I want to use my movement to. I kind of want to try to see if I could swing around them.
yeah,
So that way I am in between them
in between both of them.
if they try to run out.
Yeah.
And then I'll look at the rest of y'all. I could use some help if we want our plan to work. They can't make it out of here.
Yeah, you're able to do that. Admiral Cassian says, "Oh, they won't be going anywhere." And
Like, yeah, Tam just says, "Yep."
it's her turn, and so she runs up. Does lightning lure knock him prone, or is it just move him?
Target must succeed on a strength saving throw. So actually, you were supposed to make a save then. I rolled to hit for some reason.
Oh.
Or be pulled 15 feet.
Okay, so the attack rolls to do the damage.
Right.
And the saving throw is to be pulled.
No, I think they're both actually too. So that's my mistake. That's my bad.
Okay.
It looks like it's a strength saving throw to be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you, and then take 1d8 of lightning damage.
Okay. But nothing about going prone.
No, nothing about going.
Okay,
prone.
we'll just let it lie as it is right now.
That's my bad.
Admiral Cassian misses, and it's Tam.
I am standing. My spiritual weapon is going to go attack the boss with a 15.
That does not hit.
Dang it! No, hang on. 16, excuse me.
That hits.
Yes!
That's his AC.
Because my regular attack is +4, but my spell attack is +5.
Ooh, there you go.
That one does. It's a D8 plus my wisdom. He takes 7 bludgeoning damage or force, whatever. Takes 7 spiritual weapon damage.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna swing at the guy that's on me in Burgen. It's gonna miss. It's a 9.
Okay. Now it's Burgen's turn. He's going to swing. That's a nat 1.
Oh!
And so he misses. So top of the order. It's Lichen's turn.
And so both of the last two guys are like on me
Right next to you,
at this
yeah.
point.
Oh wait, so one of them. Okay, never mind.
Because I
mean-
lightning lord.
Oh, that's
So
right. That's right. That's
both
right.
of them are right next to me.
Yeah, got it,
I'm gonna go ahead and use the claw of the deep to attack the small guy first. 15 to hit.
That hits.
Yes, in case none of you can tell, we're used to playing with a battle map, so this whole
7 damage.
Yes, that clobbers him. This time the claw just like rises up and like conks him right in the head. He, like a cartoon, just like has stars flying around his head, and then he collapses. So he's down.
And then I'll take my 1 attack at the big guy.
Perfect. Yes.
Nat 1.
No!
Yes.
No! This is just a battle of attrition and sadness.
Yeah.
Gosh. Rolling over from last session.
Wee.
Cool. So now it is Admiral Cassian's turn.
We're usually much better than this.
I'm not doing very well either, so it's quite all right. So that is going to be, man, that's not going to hit. It's only a 9. Well, it's 9 on the dice, so it'll be like a 14, which misses sadly. So Tam, you're up.
Oh, so it's just the big guy now?
Just the big guy.
Oh, okay.
He's all that's left.
Spiritual weapon's gonna swing at him first. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
That hits.
So he takes 5 spiritual weapon damage. We decided it's forced.
Force.
That's right.
Yeah.
I force choke him for 5 damage. I'm gonna swing at him with my katana for a dirty 20. That's a d20. Don't roll those for damage. And wow, 3 piercing.
Okay, cool. I'm just realizing I think I skipped his turn, so he's going to go now.
Of course he is.
And he's going to take 2 of his scimitar attacks on Lichen.
As Tam has run up and attacked in a slightly time-traveling manner, I will say, "Do we want him alive? I want to know how he came down here."
And
You see the both miss?
they both miss. And he swings his dagger, and it misses as well.
Yes! God! How many hit points? What are you at? 5!
What's your
jeez.
AC?
17.
Oh, jeez.
He started to look at all the bodies of his comrades, and he's like, maybe I just go and, let's say I never saw you, and, everything's fine. How about that?
It's
But
a
he's
bit
not, letting up on his attacking.
It's a bit late for that, mate.
So it is Burgen's turn. Burgen's going to come and swing his cleaver. That is going to be... No, that's only going to be a 15. That misses. So top of the order then is Lichen.
Top of the order to you.
Claw attack first. 19 to hit.
That
Yay!
hits.
I know, I have to Did I hit?
Yeah, please.
9 damage.
Nice.
Wait, no, sorry. 7 damage.
Okay. Cool. Still good damage.
The claw is not raging.
That'd be fun if when I raged, if I had my claw up, it grew spikes.
It got angrier.
All right, and then my glaive attack. 10 to hit.
No.
Okay, that misses. It's his turn now. He is
Wait, I thought you just... Did you just take his turn?
he did.
Oh, but is
You
that
know,
his turn
we-
again already?
So it's at his actual turn. So
We skipped him before.
we skipped him, and he went between Tam and Burgen, and now he's going in his actual turn, which is between Lichen and Cassian.
Got it.
Ah.
Got it.
Okay, so yes, so he's going to take 1 swipe against Admiral Cassian. That's going to miss. 1 swipe against Burgen. That's going to hit. and 1 swipe against Lichen, which is going to miss. Burgen's going to take 7 damage. He is looking very rough. And he's going to say, I might need to step back a little bit, fellas. That one hurt quite a bit. And Admiral Cassian's going to go.
Finish the job, Burgen. We'll be all right.
She's going to hit. So that's going to be a D8. 6 damage. And because she has friends involved, she's going to get some sneak attack damage.
Ooh.
So that's going to be another 5 damage. So she does 12 damage as she finds a weak spot and just gets him right between some armor with her rapier. 12 damage. So he's starting to look pretty rough. Tam, you're up.
Tam is up. Bonus. I'll do my attack first, non-lethal, to see if I can bring... How's he looking?
He's looking quite rough.
Quite rough? Yeah, I'll go non-lethal with my sword first. 18 on the dice.
Perfect.
So that is... Man, I'm rolling crap damage. 4 piercing. Non-lethal piercing.
He still looks pretty hurt.
And here comes the... Nope, that's going to miss. 13 for my bonus action weapon. Are we doing flanking or anything kind of rules? I think this is the first time that's applied.
I'm sure we talked about it at some point. I don't remember what we had decided on.
Fair enough.
I'm going to say no for the time being just because it really complicates things, but we can talk offline what we might want to do.
That. Cool.
Theater of the mind.
Imagination.
It's Burgen's turn. He is going to take the disengage action and move back, and he is going to take a swig of one of the healing potions, and he's going to heal up some. Top of the order, it's Lichen's turn.
Crab claw attack. 15 to hit.
Barely misses. He sees it coming and sidesteps it.
All right.
Does a cool little dodge, and the crab claw goes right by his face.
And my glaive. That one.
Oh, man.
We need to get you all new dice.
This is bad.
Gosh.
Yeah, we need to do some kind of test to see if your dice are weighted. You know, that the flow test, you know, those things, how they test to see if we need to do that.
Salt water and all that.
Yeah.
This is the worst I've rolled since the beginning.
It's his turn. He's going to swing once against Lichen. That is going to be, I think, a 19.
That'll hit.
Once on Tam, which is definitely going to hit. And once on Admiral Cassian, which is not going to hit. So that's going to be 7 slashing damage on Lichen.
Out.
And 5 slashing damage on Tam.
I join him on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
I had 5 hit points.
My tentacle or my claw goes to try to catch me, and it just turns into water as I fall through it onto the ground.
Yeah, the weapon just...
So I think we just fade to black there for y'all.
Yeah, this is, you roll for the rest of the friends.
Yep. Well, I just know...
Oh, no!
What will happen is you guys come to. And Burgen has revived you. He's cast spells. He's poured potions, and the bandit captain is gone. He has fled.
Crap.
He got away.
That's not good.
Sorry, I could either stabilize the two of you or go after him, and I just wanted to take care of you guys. And
you did fine.
Admiral
how long has he
Cassian,
been gone?
Just for probably about 5 minutes. The Admiral chased after him, but she came back and said that he had made it away. I think that she's been hurt as well in the struggle.
So she's back?
Yeah, she's back.
Burgen, thank you.
She says,
thank you.
I'm sorry I couldn't get him. He was just too quick.
Just for mechanical's sake, can we say he just used one of my potions on me? And so that's what, 2d4 plus 2?
Well, we're doing, yes, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Or are we doing the bonus action version? I don't remember.
There's just going to be one
I could have done something.
way of doing it, but each use is a swig, and so every time someone uses it, roll a d4, and if you get a 1, then it's depleted.
Got it.
Oh yeah, how much did we heal for?
Roll 2d4 plus 2.
8. I'm back up with 8.
And then roll a d4 to see if it's out. Burgen's that he was using is not out.
Mine is still good.
No, mine's still good.
Cool.
No, Burgen, you did wonderful work. Wonderful. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm all right. Bit of a rough and tumble lad, so I'm used to the scrapes and scratches, so doing okay. But I'm thinking maybe we should get out of here. because he might be able to bring some of his friends back.
Agreed, Lady Cassian. We've got a way out of here that's a bit more circumspect and stealthy, perhaps, but... And if I'm being honest, we've got quite a lot of gold stashed over that way as well. How did you get in here?
She goes to describe that there are a number of ways in and out of these areas. There is a lake that is kind of like a cesspool mixed with a lake. That there's a path that goes by that. There is also another set of stairs that lead up to kind of a hidden ruin on the outskirts of the city. So y'all are right in the room outside of the machinist's workshop. There's the path you came down on. There's a path from that perspective going straight and heading to the left. The one, if you were to go straight and keep on going, that's the direction to a passageway that leads up and out of the town.
Okay, I mean, we've got 3,000 gold stashed, and we think we've got a tunnel. I mean, I really want that gold, but it's not worth dying over. But at the same time, we can maybe get to Garland through the way that we came in. We can maybe get back to the ship through the tunnel.
That'd be my vote. I think we just come back the way we came, keep our head on a swivel. I can't believe this guy made it. I can't believe he downed me. This complicates things, because if he tells anyone...
And he's seen us too. Hachiman's pants. We've just got to get out of here. I think Burgen's right.
It's our best bet for the time being. Let's try to make it back to the ship.
Lady Cassian, are you all right to join us?
Yes, of course. I had hoped that we would be able to strike out from this place as a base of operations for the time being, but it seems that this is no longer safe. And I hate the idea of leaving behind, abandoning one of my officers in the dungeon, but hopefully we'll be able to come back for him.
We're just talking about leaving this exact spot. We've got a ship on the berth. By the way, your mate over there that's hurt badly, I'll go over and I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Cool.
Trying to get him doing a little better. He gets 8 hit points back.
Cool. He coughs a little bit and he says, "Thank you, mate." And so there's 3 of her sailors are with her. They introduce themselves as Matthias, Esteban, and Luco are the 3. So Luco was the one who was hurt, and he thanks you profusely.
All right, you guys, we've got a bit of walking to do. Nothing too dangerous. Not really, anyway.
Shouldn't be, as long as nothing's replaced what we took out.
But we've got to go quick.
Yes. So you guys start heading back. Are you going quick? Are you going stealthy?
I think down low, maybe we go quick, and then as we get up to the town basement, the common basement area, we slow down a bit.
I think we know where we're going, and I think up until we get out of that hidden like cult room thing, I think that maybe we start being a little more cautious. But
cool. Yeah. So you guys make it back no problem to the basement where you guys climb down from. There is a large pile of gold that is scattered on the floor, but the cauldron and a good portion of the gold has been taken. It seems like someone tried to pick it up, figured this is too heavy, I'll just get out with what I can, and someone has absconded with the cauldron and the gold. There's probably about 1,000 gold pieces on the floor here.
Can we have searched all the mercenaries before we left?
Yeah.
Did we find anything?
Altogether, you get 22 silver, and you get, they have a variety of things. One guy has a flask filled with a foul-smelling liquor. Another guy has a lucky rabbit's foot. Just like bits of trash, really. Nothing, half of them have the wanted poster crumpled up in their pocket somewhere to see if they could, compare against Admiral Cassian's face. But other than that, nothing to indicate who they are.
Can we make any indication? Was it the guy that made it out of here? Are there any other footprints or anything like that?
There's y'all's footprints. There is another footprint. You're not sure, but your assumption would be you haven't seen anyone else running around down here or sign of anyone else running around down here. So you think that it might be this guy.
Nathaniel's giving us a real vengeance arc here.
You see Burgen is like shaking.
I'm gonna say Tam has grabbed, spun Burgen around like you do with a kid. You don't want to see something. He's like mashing his face, and it's all right. We're gonna get another one. It's gonna be okay, mate.
All right. Things have not gone how I desired them to, but we will persevere.
We will fight in the trenches. We will fight.
Yeah. And we will find my cauldron again.
We'll get you a bigger one.
But I really like that one.
Well, then we'll get that one, mate. It's going to be okay.
We'll find him.
He's all like, hobgoblins have like an orangish skin. Somehow he's like even a deeper shade of orange. Like he's very upset, but he's trying to keep a lid on it.
Okay, so maybe, how about this, Lichen? Do you want to go ahead of the rest of us and go see if you can talk to Garland and see if we can maybe stash in his basement for a bit? Or do we want to make it all the way back to the ship?
I think we make it all the way back to the ship because there's Talia, the undercover person, literally the floor above. Versus we get to our ship, we got some places to hide.
Right, that's more space, but yeah, that's fair enough.
It shouldn't be too much further either. So let's see if we can make it that rest of the way. I'll go up front because I'm fairly quiet, but keep your head on the swivel.
So you climb up. It actually seems like this room, the dark temple area that y'all found, has not been disturbed. So it seems like whoever took the gold didn't come this way. He like went back out and went some other direction. So y'all climb up there. The doors are closed. This area has not been disturbed.
Do we maybe take a short rest in here, or do we want to just push to the ship?
I don't think a short rest would do much for me at this point.
It would for me.
Just hit points.
Yeah. But I mean, if we're pressed for time, that's...
Yeah, well, if you want to, I've already used all my hit dice at our last short rest.
We'll just keep going. We'll keep going.
While y'all are talking about this, Admiral Cassian pops up and says, I might have something that might help us to move more quietly to make it out of here safely, if you would like me to use it.
Yes, please.
She pulls out from her pouch what looks like just from her bag, just like what looks like a little pouch, and she opens it and it looks like it's just full of dirt. And she kind of sprinkles some on each of y'all, and it is a pouch of dust of shadow walking. And essentially, how it will work is y'all will get a bonus to stealth checks for an hour.
Nice.
Okay.
So add 10 to any stealth checks that you guys make.
Sweet.
Lady Cassian, I see that bow on your back. Were you able to get a shot off at him? Did you recognize him? It highly complicates if he's willing to go talk to anyone.
I didn't recognize him. I mean, he seemed to be just some gutter trash bounty hunter. I'm sure he will go and tell them that he saw us and that we're alive and that a tiefling and a wood elf are working together. I'm sure he will relay all of that information, but there was nothing to be done. He was around the corners and I couldn't get a line of sight. I tried to run after him and got him, but he was too quick.
Just deal with them as they come.
I don't know if we can stay in the city very long, if at all. Let's keep going.
So you open the doors to the secret room. Give me perception checks.
7.
12.
It sounds much as before. Sewer noises, drips and drops, and you don't hear anything out of the ordinary.
I think we're just
Booking it.
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, the only exits we know is the secret one to the ship and then the one up to the governor's mansion, right?
Or Garland. I mean, we could explore further in the basement level if we wanted to, but I think we're still just trying
there was
to,
like one direction we didn't go.
But I mean, we're not in any condition to fight more frogs or guards.
Yeah.
While we're doing this, would Lichen know, is there a way to come, like, if we put out from the dock, is there a way to come back to Hormida secretly, like overland or something? Or would the Admiral know that? Could we ask her?
Lichen and the Admiral would both know there are plenty of inlets and little places on this island that you could put the ship up for the time being. You also remember that the ship can transform into a little figurine.
Oh, I'm just thinking about getting... I'm well aware of the shrinking capability, but just is the only way into the city via boat, via that dock. So if we bring our or somewhat remarkable boat back, they're going to notice. Okay, so if we leave...
There's a lot of coves, there's a lot of little places.
So we can smuggle ourselves back in if we leave,
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I'd love to find this guy and gut him, but I don't know if we'll have the chance before he can.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we leave and just cut our losses at this moment and then come back as we're able.
Let's just keep. Let's
Yeah,
keep
just
heading. Let's
keep
keep
going.
looking. Check our back too, as we're moving.
Sure.
So y'all are heading towards the docks. You guys make it out. You
Our
make
dock
it
tunnel, yeah.
roughly to the place where you fought the slogs, and make another perception check for me.
Okay. That one gets banished. That one's so an 8. I got a 3.
Got an 18.
There we
With
go.
an 18, you hear probably at least 100 feet down one of the tunnels. It sounds like coming back from the governor's mansion, running of armored boots on the stone floor.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Like a whole, it sounds like a squad.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
ton of guys coming.
We're just booking
You're
it.
booking it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll an athletics check for me to see if y'all are able to make it to the cover of the tunnel before these guards around the corner.
11.
18.
It's a group check. We'll roll for the others. Yeah, they all roll pretty good. So
Okay.
you guys make it around the corner of the tunnel, and then you hear voices shouting, "We gotta go down the stairs. We gotta scour the sewers." And they run right past without breaking stride, without seeing y'all. It seems that you've evaded them for now. They don't go down the path through the secret room that you guys knew. They
Yes,
go
we would have definitely
past
closed
y'all.
those doors.
Right. They go past y'all. It seems
Wayfinder, is there any way you could activate any other defenses down there?
scanning. Regrettably, Captain, it seems that there are no other platforms that I am able to interface with.
Okay, it was worth a shot. Let's get back to
Let's go.
you.
I am here.
But you're also there.
That is true. Processing. And it's quiet for a long time.
She's buffering.
You guys run to the hole in the floor where the ocean comes in. Are you guys gonna try to swim out? And
Yeah. I mean, I think on the run, I think Tam has been trying to help. Was it Luco, and giving everybody a heads up. This is what's coming.
Yeah. Giving him some magical healing, he's able to keep up with y'all. Like the big issue, it seems, is that she was surprised and had to go into hiding without her normal entourage. Like an admiral usually has like a cleric and a ship's mage and a group of people who are able to almost be their kind of adventuring party around them, and she doesn't have anything. She has a bunch of foot soldiers who are with her. Luco, as they're talking, Luco's like, "I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm a quartermaster.
Quartermaster, you say?
Quartermaster.
I count bags of rice."
Quartermaster does much more than that.
Okay, you've got me. I'm a quartermaster's assistant to the quartermaster.
Oh, okay.
Lichen slits his throat.
How dare you call yourself one?
But yeah, y'all make it to the ocean, and y'all jump in. Give me some athletics checks. And stealth checks if you're trying to be stealthy.
Jeez.
Do I need to?
You don't, because you have... so you still need to make a stealth check.
Okay.
You don't need to make an athletics check because you're water breathing.
I rolled a natural 1 from my athletics check
Okay.
because I was gonna roll it first, and
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So that gives me a 3.
Okay. Burgen's going to go.
On my stealth
Pretty
check.
good. And remember, you get plus 10 to stealth.
Can I have, since I don't have to make the athletic roll, can I have given anyone who needs it the help
Yes,
action?
you can give him the help action.
Help action for athletic.
I also rolled a 1 on my stealth check.
Well, you get plus 10.
Plus 10,
so
plus
that,
whatever you're...
that one is
And that one.
that's 13.
I feel like I should punish you guys for this, but
So the stealth check was a 13 from a nat 1.
yeah, but you get the help action on athletics.
Okay, athletics
New roll.
19.
Cool.
And then my stealth with the plus 10 would end up being 30.
Criminy.
Well, I'd probably
So
just
bad.
stay underwater.
Yes. Yeah.
I
He
don't,
stays
even,
underwater.
I don't even come up. I'm just like, I'm checking you guys.
You guys all are able to make it out. Some of you'll have to surface an awkward distance from the boat, and it's not very stealthy. But and a few fishermen and just wharf dock workers are like, Yeah, what's he doing in the water?
Tam gives him the elvish version of flipping the bird.
One old man calls out. He says, "Young man, you know the water's filthy right there."
Yep, thus the bird.
But you guys all make it to the boat. Sel is there, and Penelope's there as well, and they pull you guys on board. And Penelope is, casting prestidigitation to get all the gross water stuff off of y'all, and you all have made it. And there doesn't seem to be an alarm raised yet in the world on the surface. It is probably about, let me see, y'all went in there first thing in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably been about 8 or 9 hours of y'all creeping around. So it's probably getting close to dusk.
Let's get out to sea. I mean, that gets my vote. We've got to get out of
Let's
here.
go to the captain's quarters real quick. Penelope, if anyone comes looking, just try to stall them for a little bit. Let me know.
All right.
I'll rush everyone in real quick. We weren't expecting anyone to make it out. We definitely weren't expecting an alarm to get raised. We can still smuggle you. We still have ways around this to some degree. He knows he knocked us out. For all he knows, when we came to, you were gone as well. We can simply hide you for the time being. And I'll kind of do a knowing look over to Tam. I know how to smuggle. This might not be comfortable for you, but have you ever spent any time inside a mirror?
I can't say that I have.
We have something that could get you pretty much anywhere we need, but I don't know if it's going to be comfortable or not. But it's that, or they hunt you for a while.
How does this mirror thing work? What are you talking about?
Can't we just put to sea and come back around in a back way?
We could. They find our ship. They probably know who we are. This gets her into hiding. Even if they come on the ship, ain't no one going to look at that mirror and be like, oh, she's inside of that.
Right, but I mean, we need to leave too.
I don't know if we do.
I'm going to say, you're the captain on the ship. I think we've got to get out of here. I see no benefit to us staying.
She still needs us to try to get her captain and talk to a governor?
Right, but if we leave, the ship's gone. That, hey, somebody saw this tiefling and this wood elf get on this ship and they left. We put out to sea, we come back around, put in one of these other places, and sneak back into the city. She can stay on the ship, leave Penelope with her. We can come back to the city another way. If we stay here on this ship, with us having paid for a berth, people have seen us coming and going, whether or not they're spying on us, that eventually they may put 2 and 2 together that this ship is where we are. And so if we don't want to get caught, I think we need to go as well.
That's fair. I'm expecting people to eventually key in on us. I know they will. My thinking is, again, just knowing our lives. He knocked us both out and ran. That's the last thing he saw. That's the last thing any of them saw.
But he saw us with her. I don't think it's...
We're bounty hunters too. We could have simply been trying to fight to make sure she stays ours.
That's true, but at the same time, that's a very thin lie. I don't see that lie keeping us out of chains. If we're caught, again, all of it comes down to if we're caught. If we leave, I think there's less chance of us getting caught.
Admiral Cassian speaks up and she says, "Yes, the recent events have been rather unfortunate. Yes, thank you very much, both of you, for rescuing us from down there. My goal in asking you to perform these other tasks for me was not that, they have to be done in a certain order. Ultimately, I just want my officer, my friend, to be rescued. And I also believe that finding out whatever leverage the Silver Fleet has over the governor will possibly make this entire city a friendly base of operations for us. And so I just think that those would be good things for us to do, but if you think it would be better for us to leave first, then I'm all for that, to come back and fight another day."
Thank you. Again, just turning to Lichen, I just don't see any benefit of us staying put. If we go and come back under the cover of night, at least they're not looking for us there. That's all I'm saying. I think you're right. All it's going to be is one bounty hunter's word against another, but I don't think that's going to keep us out of jail if they come looking. And if we leave, they're going to come looking that much slower.
That's fine. At the end of the day, this is more your thing. So if you want to leave and try to come back, I'm just going to point out I stick out a bit as a white tiefling. coming back in the cover of night, they're gonna notice us regardless.
Well, no, not okay. I'm not saying we come back to the docks. We leave the docks where we are, and we go somewhere else on the island, park the ship there, and then try to sneak back into the city disguised, things like that. I'm not saying we leave and come right back here.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that. I just don't think sneaking back's gonna do anything for us. I think they're gonna recognize us the second we come in. But you want to get out of Dodge, I can respect that. Let's go ahead and pull up anchor and let's get out of here.
I mean, again, you're in charge of the ship. That's just my thoughts on what we should do being here. If you don't want to, I don't like it, but I'll be all right if you want to stay and try it, because the mirror is a very good idea. She's safe. I just don't see us staying out of chains one way or the other.
If that's the case, do you want to just go ahead and send the ship with her out? Penelope knows these waters. I mean, you can stay. We could.
But what are we going to do if we stay here?
What are we going to do when we sneak back under the cover of night?
Sleep, for one thing, and then come back knowing that we've got some time to set up disguises, figure out where guards are.
We could swim back down, make our way to the bottom of the bar, see if he'd house us for the night.
We could do that.
I'm just throwing out ideas.
I am exhausted. I mean, mechanically, Ben has 1 first level spell and 8 hit points. And Tam has been knocked out 2 times today.
Yeah, Tam's been knocked out a lot.
My thoughts is if we leave and come back, that gives us a long rest, some anxiety-free planning. We come back. That's a good point, though. We could just go back into the sewers, but that's full of troops now too. I'm just thinking we get as free of observation as possible.
Yeah.
And then reset how we come back in.
Yeah.
Because we could swim back in. I mean, we could come back in.
I think Lichen's thinking is just better to have stay in the city and see what's happening instead of going somewhere, trying to come back. We don't know what's happened, and on top of that, I'm assuming it's going to take several days to come make our way back as well if we're trying to do it via inland from a little cove that doesn't get looked at often. Would I know off the top of my head where the closest cove would be that we could
there are a couple
stash
places
at?
You actually remember. So there's a couple of places that you could go. A couple of them are close to the city. You could get up and get back around to the city, and you could make it, but it would be hiking through the wilderness, essentially. Except there is one village called Vasra that is on the coast. It's really small. There's not a ton going on there. The reason there's a village is a few fishermen live there, but it is also the place where freighters come to pick up the ore that is mined from the mines that the Admiral had mentioned earlier. The Vasra mines. It's a place, it's mostly tin, but there is some silver deposits there as well.
But that's also where she thought some of the blackmail information might be held, right?
Possibly, yeah. But the advantage of that place is there's a road directly from there to Hermita.
That'd get my vote.
I don't think you'd keep it to yourself, but if you're saying that's where the mine is, Tam immediately perks up that's one of the tasks. We can go check out the mine and then come back into town that way. On the road in a cart with a box on a fox. However we want to do that.
Yeah, I think if you
How
want
would
to
we catch the fox, though?
With a box.
But why would it go into box?
I think if you want to get out of here, if we still want to try to accomplish, I think that's kind of the best compromise we're going to find between the two.
Agreed.
I think she should still get in the mirror, and then I lean into Tam. Also, so that way she can tell us what it's like in there.
That's fine.
So I'll approach her and her 2 men and be like, okay, we're going to get out of here, but we're still going to put you in there just in case we try to get boarded or something like that. We've never been in it, so we don't know exactly what might be in there, but we'll pull you out in 3-4 hours probably.
What if this thing kills me?
It shouldn't.
But how do you know? You said you've never been inside it. Have you ever used it?
It's kind of like...
Have you ever had a person go in and come back out?
Not yet.
Okay.
And so Tam actually did identify on it, right?
I don't have identify.
Okay. We attune to it or something.
I think someone had identify. I think Burgen might have identify.
Okay, Admiral, would it make you feel better if I went in?
Yes, of course.
Tam just nods at Lichen and steps forward.
Okay, let's go ahead and do this. We got to do this quick.
Tam steps forward to the mirror, fists clenched, head turned to the side, all squinched up, and I'll very slowly open one eye
Okay.
to look at the mirror.
So you say the command word, whatever you set it to be.
Did we set that
I
one?
don't think we ever said it for that one. We've said it for the ship.
I don't. I don't.
Just, we say the command word.
You say the command word.
Mirror, mirror.
I was about to say mirror. Fairest.
Fairest. You say fairest, and you disappear. And then, Tam, you reappear in a infinite gray void. There's fog. It's like you're standing on an open field where there's fog on every side. And you are alone.
Is it quiet?
It is silent, utterly.
Tam will just look around very slowly and just sit down and begin to hum a marching song.
Cool. You're unhurt. You're unharmed. Believe Lichen, you can release him if you want.
Are we really going with fairest? Is that really?
No, you could
I
choose-
speak the command word.
You can choose whatever else.
And I pull Tam back out. I feel like I say the word and it ripples like it would suck me in, but I reach my hand in, and then I am pulling Tam's hand back out, and you step back out.
Yeah, you step back out, and you're fine.
What was it like?
It was very quiet. I can see being in there a long time being a problem, but it's just a gray, empty space. Imagine you're floating in the water, but there's nothing to see, nothing to hear.
Okay. But all in all, okay, just
Tam's
probably
like,
not long term.
Tam's like patting himself, like, well, that's just going to be a mental health issue. Otherwise, I think
Okay,
it's
let's,
fine.
if you don't mind,
Yeah,
Miss
they're-
Cassian,
they're cool with it, so-
We'll put you in for like an hour to two tops. Heck, once we get out to sea, we might just go ahead and pull you out if we don't see no one following us. But so we'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll head out to Penelope and start commanding.
Cool. Yeah, you guys go through the process, and both her and her sailors enter the mirror, and you speak the command word again, and the mirror just turns back to a normal mirror. And so they are hidden aboard your ship just fine. So you guys head out to Penelope. She's like, where'd those other folks go that were here?
They're in safekeeping. You know what I mean?
Tam is aloft. Marcos, let's go.
We gotta get going quick. There's some people that probably recognize us that are trying to find us.
Yet again, Captain. Yet again.
Not Penelope. Not in front of company. Let's go.
Company, this is the crew. And she goes out and starts raising the sails and getting things ready to go.
Tam says, the company's in the safe place.
The quiet place.
The quiet place. Oh.
You guys make ready to go, and as the sun is setting, you get out on the water, and your ship exits the bay. And everything on the surface is quiet.
Oh my gosh.
It seems that no alarm has been raised over your ship's departure for the time being.
Okay.
Let's get some rest and let's get to the other port. And heck, it might be worth it to try to approach that under the cover of night and go ahead and pull the ship up.
Yeah. I mean, if we can put in somewhere and shrink Wayfinder, we've just got a traveling mercenary troop that's overland. We don't have to be sailors at all. I hate to say this, but you may need to change your fancy coat.
I just got this.
Well, again, you brought this up. You are a slightly different color tiefling, and so it may not be that a slightly different color tiefling in a fancy coat is any more noticeable. But if we do the whole cloak and dagger, hoods up, etc., you're going to have to bowl up pretty tight to keep your coat and your horns and your skin and all that.
We'll see what we find in Vassar, I guess.
Yeah, so you guys...
Him just like trying to like slowly introduce the idea of you may have to part with your coat for a bit.
Penelope says, Captain, we've just been sitting on the boat for the past day. I'm well rested. I'm good to pull the night shift if the two of you want to go and get some rest.
Yes, please.
Is Cell around anywhere?
She is. Yeah, she's just, I mean, they've all been, her and Cell have been kind of just like keeping the boat.
Yeah.
Basically.
We'd very much appreciate that.
Yeah. Cell pokes her head in and says, "You guys get some shut-eye. We'll be fine."
Well, Tam like waves Cell over,
She comes in.
and just fills her in on
Okay.
what's going on, why we're leaving. Mission accomplished? Question mark.
Yeah.
We found her. He doesn't say where she is, but to truly finish the intent of what we were sent to do, we're probably going to need to stay around here for a bit.
Fair enough.
Thus the bugging out, and yeah. And as soon as that report's done, Tam's like, yeah, and just leaves.
She shakes her head and then goes back out up on the deck to kind of keep watch. Penelope looks at you kind of quizzically. Captain, there anything going on you want to tell me about? Anything I need to know?
Oh, you mean like while we're leaving so quickly?
My inquiry was of a general nature.
So, yes?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Anything that you feel like I might need to know.
Yeah. Well, first, I mean, probably the most important thing. Burg has lost his cauldron, so he'll be a little angry for the next couple days, probably.
That's the most important thing.
By the stars, no, Burgen, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
She grabs him the same as Tam. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, she gives him a big hug.
He can't make any stews or chowders or anything like that for quite a while, I think.
Well, he's like sniffling. He's like, well, I think there is another cauldron on the ship, but it's not a very good one. So I'm afraid that it won't be quite as of a high quality of a meal that I'll be preparing. But I'll still be able to do some grilling. There's some ovens on the ship, so I'll be able to do some baking possibly. But yes, my cauldron has been abducted.
We'll get it back. We'll definitely get it back.
Oh, we will get it back. We will.
That's right,
get
mate.
It back.
Tam was coming over to comfort him and just backs away.
So there's that, and then the other minor thing is, so you went into town a little bit for us. You saw those, wanted signs for this lady Cassia and everything.
Yes.
That was her who just swam up to the ship with us, kind of hunting for her. There was a fella down there that was, he was fighting a little dirty, and unfortunately he got away and told everyone that not only was she alive and down there, but that myself and Tam were seen with her.
I see that. Puts a bit of a damper on your relations with the town.
Yeah, I'm thinking I can spin it. I'm thinking I can spin it pretty hard. And I think it might work, but for the time being, we just felt Tam just wanted to get completely out. I wanted to try to stay and, spin a web. But this seemed like a good compromise. We're still close in the city. We're away. We can pull the ship up when we dock if we do it in the evening. And this way we're close enough to town to where we can still hopefully keep an ear, because it seems like there's a couple other things that this lady could use some help with. And granted, normally I probably wouldn't care too terribly much, but
You growing a heart made of gold, Captain?
I ain't doing that. You know I ain't doing that.
Tam just goes, ha!
If I had a heart of gold, I'd sell it in a heartbeat. But
Nice.
But it does seem that if we let the Admiralty keep going the way they're going, with ain't no one or nothing keeping them in check, because nothing can stand up to them quite yet, these seas might for the first time see some rules and regulations on them. They can do that in port, they can do that in land all they want. You can't do that out in the open sea. You definitely can't do that in the wandering city. So I think for the time being, this kind of makes sense. And enough of these Admiralty little jerks just keep rubbing me wrong and doing things that ain't most of the time I'd be okay with, but they're getting too greedy. They're reaching too far.
Fair enough. It's not good business for the Admiralty to be clamping down the way that they might. So I see your point.
Exactly.
I'm with you, Captain. Whatever you decide to do.
And with what we do in particular, it'd be pretty difficult if the sea started to have a lot more rules and regulations and get controlled and possibly even destroyed some. So I ain't looking to see that happen.
She salutes and she says that she'll watch over the ship, and she's on board with whatever your decisions you're going to make for the time being. So she goes back up on deck and mans the tiller and keeps watch, and y'all are free to talk a little bit more or get ready for bed or do whatever you want to do.
I think Tam just nods to Lichen and says, I appreciate your willingness to help, because this is far more than any of us signed up for. I mean, when we started this, I was escorting somebody and you were escorting us on a ship. And so thank you for sticking with us and thank you for helping. We're going to figure this out. We're going to keep this place free.
Yeah, I don't like everything that they're trying to do. And again, we don't know. You're right. None of us signed up for this much stuff, but I can tell you this. I think we're all definitely together until we go kill that guy that took Burgen's cauldron. Tell you that.
He seems really attached to that cauldron. Surely we could get him another. I mean, they left us 1,000 gold.
But I think he's been seasoning that one for like years.
Okay.
Like from when he started cooking. So I don't know.
Agreed. So let's just keep our eye out. If he mentions any other kind of cookware that he really likes, we'll just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And also, I mean, there's that. I'm trying to make light of it, but he knocked us both out, and he stole quite a bit of gold from us.
And see, I mean, you're right, but it's gold that we stole, so... I mean, I'd love to get it back, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we had it for, what, 6 hours? So, I mean, outside of the difficulty, I'm more irritated about that, but like I said, I'll certainly take my share back.
Exactly. It was gold that somebody clearly was taking from the town. We took it.
Well, we were
going to
put it to good use for sure.
Yeah. So I haven't been knocked out a lot either, and that's just really living in the back of my head right now.
Tam just kind of sighs and he says, I get it.
Are you okay, by the way?
Yeah.
You got knocked out like a couple times down there.
Yeah, just a bad day. They happen. Thankfully Burgen helped us out. I was unable to help anybody else out. We tend to trade help back and forth.
So let's go ahead and just go to bed, get some rest on this voyage real quick. But I mean, what are steps? So we're gonna port in Vossra and go ahead and already just pull the boat up and start trying to make our way back to city proper.
I think maybe when we get to Vossra, we pull the Admiral back out of the mirror, or even on the way there, let him rest on the ship, and we spend some time with her, because that village of Vossra is near the mine, which is where she thinks some of the information about her friend may be. And as I said before, I think the governor's under more than just leverage. I think there's something powerful going on there. But at the very least, we can check out the mines, see if we can find this information that she's tasked us with. That's one thing we can check off the box, because it sounds as though we're going to have to help her before she helps us. And I think you said it well, the Admiralty's trying to push out too far. The kingdom, my kingdom, is opposed to them officially, but we need all the help we can get. And this is going to be a big step in that direction.
It seems like one of your sayings is, I don't like bullies. That just seems to be something you're saying now. Everything, like I said, we've always had our issues with them. They come, they go. It's never bothered me too much. Seeing a lot more of this higher up right now, and even learning about how they came into power. Basically, the two stronger guys were fighting, and then the weaker guy came in at the end and just kind of took him out. And now they're top dog. That also doesn't sit super well with me. So, yeah, I'm starting to feel a ways about the Admiralty. So, but we can talk more. You're right. She's got a couple things. Maybe we could figure out what's happening with this governor. Honestly, if we do get found and get arrested, that might be the closest thing we can do to get close to this Captain Hisselcourt. Hopefully they put us in the same place if we do get captured. I mean, I'm thinking 50-50. 50-50, we don't get caught, we get thrown in jail at this point.
I've not been in a jail before, but I don't think they make jails designed to be easily gotten out of. And so I would rather not get arrested.
Yeah, sure.
We might find him, but I don't think we're going to be much help for him behind bars with him. But yeah, I think next step seems to be rest and then really plan the next step.
Okay.
I think that dirty thief really threw a wrench in the plans. Really, really messed us up. And so we've had to adapt. But now that we've got time, we've got a place to kind of reset somewhat safely, and we know what to look for, gives us time.
Yeah.
We could dock the ship, shrink it down, and go set up camp in the foothills. Just bushwhack our way 3 days into the bush. And we've got another camp. And we don't have to stay here. I mean, this Admiral, I think she's willing to help, but there's other fish in the sea, surely.
Yeah.
But I think this is the greatest good I can see in front of us. And so with that, I think we'd be foolish to ignore it. Not that we're trying, but
Let's go ahead and get some rest. I got to go tell Penelope one more thing, and then let's just get some rest. I'm hurting pretty bad.
Cool.
I don't got much left in the tank right now.
no, Tam will go up on the deck and start his trance. So I'll sleep now, wake up early.
Sweet.
I'll go find Penelope real quick up top and just
Hey there, Captain.
hey Penelope, quick word before I go pass out. I really appreciate you willing to stick with us, stick at the ship, especially considering how hot we are right now. But I wouldn't expect that from the rest of the crew. So if you don't mind, before we get into Vastra, if you could just go ahead and tell some of the other crewmates, like, hey, ship's hot right now, kind of being looked for. Don't tell them why. I'll tell you that as and I glance over at Tam, as my left hand, I'll tell you that. But I just want to give a fair shake up front to everyone, at least. If they want to get off, they can get off. That's fine. We'll pay them 5 gold. Clean cut. But keep the fact that she's here.
Yeah, of course, Captain. I trust you, and the crew does too. But I'll pass along what you want passing along.
Yeah, just in case. I've taken my fair share of voyages and merchant ships, even one very recently that I didn't know everything that was entailed. So,
Captain, there's always risk on the sea. That's why I like it. But none of us would be here if we thought that this was just going to be some pleasure cruise. That ain't the life for us. That life isn't out there. And so, we'll be here. I'll tell the crew of your offer, but I don't expect many takers.
I appreciate it, Penelope. I'm gonna go die.
All right, Sheila. You go have a good time then.
I just walk back down into the captain's quarter and probably make it halfway onto the bed.
I was gonna say, I'm imagining just that face down, just into the
Clothing in a line leading to the bed.
You're falling asleep as you hit the mattress. And as you hit the mattress, your eyes open and you're underwater. And it's like you're floating amidst a cool sea. You look around and you see all kinds of fish life, sharks, octopi, jellyfish. Just the vibrancy of ocean life is all around you. And then you see something drifting, sinking, and then you see more things, and you kind of look around and you realize there are ships that have been torn to pieces, the bodies of sailors, marines, soldiers, gold coins, spent arrows, swords broken in two, shields that have been hacked to bits, the debris of a battle at sea sinking in the deep blue. Your vision starts to rise, and you look up and you see the hulls of tens, hundreds of ships circling and running into one another and battling. And then you turn and you see in the distance the red wake, the vast bulk of this gargantuan crab. And your vision rises to the surface, and you see that you are in the midst of a battle, and you realize this could only be an event that you have heard told in hushed stories from your childhood. Not that you were alive to see this. This was the Silver Flood, and it was the last time that the Admiralty tried to conquer the Wandering City. And you see pirate ships of all of the four families fighting off the Admiralty, all of them bearing the same insignia that you saw on the ring, crewed by skeletons and undead, the Silver Fleet. And then you see on the largest ship, easily 3 times the size of any of the other Admiralty ships, a figure standing at the command deck, dressed in fine silver robes with gold and black ornamentation, wearing a cloak where once there must have been a human face, scarred and scorched by foul necromantic energies. All that remained is a skull wreathed in silver fire. And he makes eye contact with you in the dream. And you feel this sense, this urge of, this man must be stopped, this creature, whatever this is. You feel the urging, both of your background of your family, but also your patron urging you forward, urging you on, saying, whatever it takes. This must never happen again. And then you fade off back into the black unconsciousness of a deep and restful slumber. And I think that is where we will end our session.
Oh my gosh,
awesome.
What is happening? What is happening? Holy moly. That was
awesome. I've been waiting for it. I've been wanting it.
Well, that wraps us up for this episode of Across the Glass Sea. Hopefully you all enjoyed that as much as we did just now. If you don't mind, give us a like, subscribe, follow. The most helpful thing you can do, honestly, is tell someone. Remind yourself to listen every other Tuesday. And comment, interact with us somehow. And other than that, let's roll for outro. Roll for advice.
It's a 19 for me.
5.
7.
Ooh. All right, let's see. From those of us here at the Glass Sea, remember, don't keep all your gold in one cauldron.
Yes. Always keep a
Facts
fair
for us.
eye on your cooking utensils, because you never know when they might go missing.
You gotta keep a weather eye on your cauldron, mate.
All right.